Yeah.
Some privacy, please.
Lyric.
Now that I've basically done two that have been potty trained. We're in the thick of potty training, my second one. I feel ready to talk to you guys about what I have learned, what kind of things we figured out with elimination communication with potty training and what that looks like. So I want to share that info with you, and hopefully it'll help you with your potty training elimination communication journey. So with my first two children, I didn't start elimination communication in the newborn phase. I started potty training my son when he was 2 years old, my first son. I did a video on this explaining how we potty trained him before he turned 3 years old. Feel free to check that out. Me and my husband put together some tips and ideas and some thoughts when we first potty trained him. He's 4 years old now, totally potty trained. It's fantastic. And my second son is going to be turning 2 years old. Now, we started basically elimination communication with him without even realizing it. So I started with holding him over the potty when he was really little. And so many times I could catch him pooping. I would catch an opportunity and he would be grunting and he had these cues and I was like, oh my gosh, you're pooping, let's go to the potty. So it was awesome. I felt like really accomplished in it, and I don't think I would have had the capacity at all to do this with my first son. I just wasn't in the right mental state. It was more like, okay, hold the baby, it's pooping, be ready to change a disgusting dirty diaper. Whereas with my second, I was like, oh my gosh, this is the poop sign, you're pooping, let's go to the potty. So I was able to make that mental transition a lot sooner with my second son. My first thoughts about this are, oh my gosh, I don't think I have the mental capacity to do it. I don't think I have the time. I don't think I have the energy. This seems like a lot of work, daunting, overwhelming, something totally out there for like people who just like, I don't know, have way too much free time on their hands and their baby sleeps through the night, which is not mine. How on earth am I going to catch their cues? A lot of questions, a lot of, can I even do this? Why don't we just wait? Let's just put them in diapers and worry about the other things like breastfeeding, eating, getting enough sleep, sleep training, some of those other things all come into play, I find, at the very beginning. How do you start elimination communication with a newborn that can't even really hold their head up? Well, you start with holding them over the toilet or over a waste bin. Now, you're typically going to hold them probably closer to your body in order to do this so that you feel more comfortable rather than out here. But so honestly, with my second son, Lincoln, who's about to turn 2 years old, we started with getting him on the potty more consistently. We started timed intervals, which has been fantastic. So first thing in the morning, we take him to the potty. Right after breakfast, we take him to the potty. After snack time in the morning, take him to the potty. Before lunchtime, again after lunchtime or before nap time, then right after nap time, after snack time again, before supper, sometimes during supper, because he tends to need to go during supper, after supper, snack time, bedtime. So just counting, I've had 12 times that I've had to take him to the potty. That's a lot, and it's very demanding on you as a parent to go and have to take your child that many times to the potty. And I'm not saying you should sit there for like half an hour with your child. Like, we're there for a couple minutes at most. Sometimes I have a book, we read a book about his favorite things. Sometimes I just wait until he grunts, and if he grunts and stuff comes out, done, we're good. I put his diaper back on and we go about our day. So this is kind of our timed interval with flexibility, I would say. We're not like, I'm not super stickly. If I miss a pee, then I miss a pee. If I miss a poop, then I miss a poop. It just is what it is. So we're at the phase where we're just trying to incorporate going more often so that he gets used to it and so that we also get used to taking him that often. And it's been really awesome. I have caught him peeing in the potty so many times. I've been able to time it out really well, and it just feels really accomplishing. Like, I'm using cloth diapers, so if you want to learn more about cloth diapering, I have a video all about that. But it really feels accomplishing, you know, pulling off the diaper, there's no pee in it, you sit him on the potty and then he pees. It's just like, yay, success! So I feel very rewarded not having to wash that diaper, not having to wash as many diapers right now, or in the case if you were using disposables, you wouldn't be spending all that money and throwing those diapers away because it's clean. It just feels very, very accomplishing to have this going and on the ball before he turns 2 years old. We also tried to start a little bit of a reward system for him because for a while there, let's face it, he really didn't want to go to the potty. He would fight and he struggles and he's mad. So I started a little bit of a reward system where I had a box of Smarties, and if he sat on the potty and peed, I gave him a Smartie. He was awesome. My older child got a little jealous though, so I mean, throw some chocolate in there and there's all this jealousy. So what I did is if my first son was in the bathroom and was peeing or pooping, and we were all in there, so then my second son, the smaller one, is also in there. We're watching my older one pee or poop, and then he's, describing what's happening. He's teaching his little brother how to do it. So I would reward him then. It's like if you teach your little brother how to do it, and then your little brother has his turn and he does it, if he pees or poops, then both of you get rewarded because you both learned something. So I just felt like it was such a winning situation. So we did that for a little while and it just felt really awesome. Then we finished the box of Smarties, so that got done, and we're on to he's just going on the potty. Like, I just take him, we just go, you do your thing. If you do something, great. If you don't do something, that is what it is. Put the diaper back on and go back. And I have been noticing that my second son is doing fantastic in letting me know when he needs to go. He'll come up to me, mama, mama, pulling my hand. He doesn't always say potty, but I'm sure the words will be coming soon. But he pulls me towards the bathroom, or I'll ask, hey, do you need to go to the potty? And he'll be like, yes. So I know that he's starting to recognize that in his body, he needs to go here to this room to do it. So it just feels fantastic that now the communication is coming back now that he's old enough to communicate. Welcome to the bathroom. I feel like we had to film some of this in the bathroom. So I just wanted to take you here and show you that this is our setup. We have a potty. I actually let my second son go on the regular potty, and right underneath here I have his little stool ready to go. So he loves having his feet on the stool. I find it just like really helps with him feeling comfortable and relaxed while he's on the potty. You can see I don't have an additional little like mini seat to make the area smaller. I literally like to teach my children on a regular potty so that when we go out in public, they are totally ready to go. They're not worried about it being different. This is just a potty, just like at home. They don't get used to having an extra seat cover or anything like that, because I don't want to haul all those things around. So this is the style, and because my older son totally goes on the potty just as it is, then my younger son, he wants to be like his big brother. So it's awesome way for us to encourage him just to use the regular potty. I do also have a mini little potty right here. Little baby one, it looks so cute. And my older son definitely used it a lot more, and my second son just uses it as a toy. He doesn't really pee or poop in it at all. On occasion he'll sit on it, but for the most part it is here at the sink area so that they can reach up into the sink a lot better. That's pretty much all it's for. I also keep on hand a couple cloth diapers here, so that way then when Linky does poop or pee, then I have my diapers ready to go. I also keep wet wipes in the bathroom. It just makes it a lot easier as well. On top of that, we also have some books. This is one of our favorite potty books, Pottysaurus, and I really like just having some rhymes to sing to my children while they're on the potty. Sometimes it really helps. And right now Lincoln is really into cats, so we have a cat book. And we also had a bunny rabbit book too, which I'm stoked that Lincoln is very into rabbits because we're hoping to rabbit sit for our friends, so they'll get lots of rabbit time, but he's very into bunny rabbits as well. When Lincoln is on the potty, I will just set him on the potty, and then, like I said, his feet will sit on the step, but sometimes without the step, I actually use my own body as the step. So literally, I am hugging the toilet and I am the step for him. So my legs will be bracing his feet, and my whole body is like touching the toilet. And then what sometimes I'll do is I will like hug him while on the toilet just to make him feel like really comfortable and relaxed, and it makes a big difference. I don't know, he needs that human touch while he's here, and he really vibes with that, and that's really helped him to relax and then release and then go pee or poop. So that has been incredibly helpful just to have this position. I wanted to show you what it looks like.
Are you getting your susu? Is mommy going to get it?
And the saving grace is to get a soother with a clip on it so you don't lose it in the toilet, because that would be bad. And then sometimes he likes to just rest or hang out and just relax. Right, buddy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Elimination communication is also known as natural infant hygiene, and it is based on noticing and recognizing natural timings for your child when they have to go to the bathroom. So you are looking for your cues, you're looking for your signals to naturally find a rhythm and a timing to take them over to, and giving them the opportunity to use the bathroom, to use the potty, or to defecate, whatever the case, whatever you want to call it. Typically, elimination communication starts as early as newborn. Now, the reason you want to start early, you get in the habit of it. Number one, your child gets used to it and you get used to it. This also makes it really easy to transition out of diapers and allows your baby to start signaling to you when they need to go. I'm not an expert in this, but I do understand that, there are different ages with different cues. So your newborn's going to have different cues than your mobile baby versus your young toddler. They're all going to have slightly different cues. Some of them are going to be easier to catch than others, and I think it'll just be dependent on your child. Looking at the information, I do feel like I noticed a lot of these cues, and as a mom, you're spending a lot of time with your child. You're going to recognize what they need even before they say it, and that's what, moms do best. We recognize what our child needs sometimes before they even need it. So as a newborn, I would say before my child was 1 year old, his body language was fussy, wiggling and and crying. And then when I would try and comfort him, he just seemed like more uncomfortable, like he would want to be put down again. I felt like from ages 1 to 2, he started doing things like holding his diaper, the front, or touching it front and back. Sometimes he would even run to the bathroom, and I would find out that he had peed or pooped in his diaper while standing in the bathroom. My son is now almost 2 years old, and his cues and signs are a little bit more subtle. I find that he's not at the point where he's grunting to poop, so I don't hear the grunts to poop. He just stealthily goes somewhere else in a room, and then he does kind of like a one-legged stance, like foot pop. It's like a body shift. You see that body shift, and then he poops. And so that's his pooping sign. Before he pees, he'll do a quick diaper hold and like a blank look, oh, it's happening. There's always a shift in energy with him. He's doing something to then not doing anything, or he'll be trying to get into a certain position, like standing up. He'll be sitting down, but then he'll want to stand up to poop. And so there are just different cues that I feel like throughout his short journey, only 2 years, that the cues have changed, and it's just a matter of trying to pick up on them. My first son, I did want to mention that some of his cues that I noticed was he would start preemptively farting before he would poop. So I could smell him, I could smell poop in the air before it even happened. So as soon as I smelled farting, I was like, oh, you have to go because it's gonna happen. And sure enough, he needed a lot more time in the bathroom before he would poop, but I knew it was coming because I could smell it. He also did a ton of grunting and hiding and lots of diaper padding. So I feel those shifts are what you're looking for. The shift in energy or the shift in movement are kind of some of the initial cues that I picked up on with my children. Thanks so much for watching. I hope that you like this kind of content. If you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that button so you get notified whenever I put out a new video. Up next, I have our playlist about taking care of our littles, so feel free to check that out.